All right, good morning again. Welcome to DuePoint. Good morning to everyone around the country who is tuned into our live stream, wherever you may be in South Africa. My name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint, and you are about to be proposed to in what we call our business introduction presentation. It's about 35 minutes long. So if you would reserve any questions until after the presentation, and then direct those questions to the person that introduced you to DuePoint or brought you here today. And if they can't help you, you're very welcome to come speak to me or to client service. We've got Carol here with us this morning, and people on our live stream, you're very welcome to pose any questions in the live chat. All right, so let's begin. As you can see, this business called DuePoint is actually a division of another company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa, and DuePoint was launched about 3 years ago. So in February 2016, DuePoint came about for the first time. Why did we come about this business called DuePoint? Well, there were a couple of factors that kind of melded together to form this business called DuePoint. So one of them was economic and risk factors for both points of view. So from a business point of view, we're a business of individuals that has been involved in financial services for a very long time. Constantia is about 70 years old. Our head executive has been part of many other successful financial services businesses. And we started this business to try to set ourselves apart from typically our competition. From your point of view, economic and risk factors is that, well, you here today, so I would assume you are looking for additional cash at the end of every month. So there is economic necessity from your point of view. It is to also divert risk factors, right? The only reason why we're looking for something extra is because we realize there is a lot of risk in the economy today. One of the biggest impact that we want to have in this business is one of social entrepreneurship or social impact. We don't want to just be another insurance company that goes out and advertises constantly and has a call center doing call sales. We started this business with one of the primary objectives of creating social impact, and that social impact in the form of social entrepreneurship is the opportunity that we extend to members of the public to start their own businesses, all right? And then we have better distribution. So this is, again, is an economic or a risk factor issue, I would guess. Typically, like I said, traditional companies, and a lot of the companies that we've had in the past have pursued traditional forms of channel distribution or marketing. We do that through traditional forms of advertising. A lot of companies do that. But now with the advent of technology, we're able to harness the power of word-of-mouth marketing or referral marketing a lot more effectively than typically what we've done in the past through traditional forms of marketing. And so these three factors came together, and DuePoint was born 3 years ago. There are a number of benefits for you engaging in this business. So I'm going to show you a little later on in the presentation DuePoint's track record over the last 3 years. What has DuePoint done, right? Does the system work? But let's go through the benefits of the system before we start talking about what is in store for you. So the DuePoint system basically works like this. Our proposition to you is for you to come and help us build channels of distribution. In other words, we hope that you will go out and tell other people about our business. In doing so, in you connecting other people, the same way you've been connected to this business, we hope to place product with the people that are introduced to DuePoint. If we're able to get that right, if you're able to build what we call these channels of distribution, there's a host of benefits lying in wait for you. Now, this is a business proposition, right? And you are free to go explore a plethora of other business opportunities in South Africa. We all know there are thousands available to us, but I'm hoping that the list of benefits here that we're going to go through, weighed up against any other business opportunity in the country, we will rise to the top. I don't believe there's another opportunity like this in the country. So let's go through it. So like I said, if you're successful in building these channels of distribution, which we'll look a little more closely later, if you're successful, you get to build additional income for yourself. That's obvious, right? That's the primary reason why you're here. I believe our tea and coffee is very good, but not that good, right? I know it's free. But you're here for the money, not the free tea and coffee. Things are really bad in January if you've got to come to Bryanston for free tea and coffee. It's the additional income, but the nature of the income that we produce here at DuePoint is very important, at least to you, because what we do is we allow you to create what we call recurring income. It is called passive income in some circles. Investors often talk about annuity income. It is the ability to derive income out of an asset. Now, why is that important? Because most of us, and you might not be aware of this, we are involved in what we call activity-based income, active income. Your salary is a form of active income. Even if you're involved in business, small business, medium business, some big businesses are also involved in active income. And there's a lot of risk attached to active income because when you're not active, you don't derive any income. But an asset can derive income whether you're active or not. So imagine owning a second house. Who would love to own a second property that they can rent out? Whew, that sounds great, right? You're renting that second property out. That's a form of annuity income, right? You don't have to build the house every month. The house is there. You're renting it out. You're deriving income. You can fall ill and be in hospital for 3 months. You will still get rental income. But what about your employment income if you're sick for 3 months? Your sick leave runs out, your annual leave runs out, and then the boss says, sorry, you run out. Right? So do you understand the difference between active and passive or a recurring income? Recurring income is very powerful. You get to enjoy that here at DuePoint. Power duplication, this is a benefit you want to take the most advantage of. It is your opportunity to go out and build a team around you that will effectively and resourcefully, hopefully, help you build your channel of distribution faster and bigger. And if you can get that right, your recurring income follows, right? Our business is flexi time. So what does that mean? That just means we're very flexible business. It means you can do this business at any time of the day, anywhere in the country. Because of the technology we've imposed, your business is literally run from your mobile phone. And if you can run your business from your mobile phone, you can run your business even from the toilet if you really want to, right? You don't even have to leave the toilet. I know I sometimes have to go to the toilet just to get some peace in my house. With the 2 little children, I can run my business from inside the toilet if I want to. So we've got massive flexibility in this business. There's no startup capital, so there's no registration fees or starter kits that we ask you to buy to get started in this business. There are certainly no boxes of product that you have to invest and take home and stuff into your boot this morning. We have designed the business to be as low risk as possible with a very low barrier to entry to make it as accessible to as many people as possible, and at the same time so that you have the freedom to explore this business opportunity without any fear of losing anything. If we're a business that's trying to create social impact, I certainly don't want people coming to me saying, I had to sell my house to get involved in this business and I lost everything. We hear stories of that, of people getting involved in business opportunities like that. That's not one of them here. There's no experience or qualification requirements. Again, trying to make the business as accessible to everybody as possible. You get to build an asset here at DuePoint. So this is such an important benefit. And this is almost a life lesson because what we do as employees is we work for 40, 45 years. We work for somebody else where we get no real upside to the business. No one gets dividend checks, right? No one's got shares in the business. No one retires with 20% of ownership in the business. We don't get to partake in the upside of business. That's because we never use our time to invest in building assets. What we do is we spend 45 years working for someone else, 40 hours a week for 45 years with very little to show for it when we get to retirement. And the statistics on retirement are dismal. Something like 90-something% of South Africa can't afford to retire at the moment. And so my lesson to you is build an asset in your lifetime. Any asset, right? I'm hoping it's going to be a DuePoint asset because a DuePoint asset doesn't retire you. It'll carry on paying you out through your 60s, your 70s. Even if you get retrenched at work, DuePoint is still going to pay you. You can build a channel of distribution here at DuePoint and then disappear for an entire year. We will still pay you for that channel that you've built here at DuePoint every single month while you're sitting on the beach somewhere. Or perhaps you're ill, right? You understand the power of building an asset. Do not leave it until it's too late. When you get to 60, 70, 80 and you go, I didn't build an asset in my lifetime, right? You can start now. And even if you're 70 or 80, you can still start building an asset now. And so I hope people will understand that building an asset is such an important, valuable benefit here at DuePoint. There's no selling involved in our business, so we actually exclude you from the process of selling completely. This is more for regulatory reasons. The regulator, the financial regulator, says no one may sell any DuePoint products except the people that are licensed to do that, and that's myself and Brendan. Right? The information on our website provides a lot of information for you to make decisions around our products. But the beauty is that you don't have to spend any time trying to sell anyone a product here at DuePoint. What you're going to be doing is connecting people to the business opportunity. All you have to do is pique someone's interest enough so that they watch a presentation, whether it be here at head office or on our live stream, or you've got an intro presentation on your USB stick or your laptop or your TV at home. Just connect them to the intro presentation. I will tell them about the wonder of our products here at DuePoint. And so at the same time, because we have financial products, we don't have stock and distribution. Like I said, there's no boxes of product you're going to go home with today. We never run out of products. You don't have to phone and say, do we have stock? I'm going to kill it this week and I need to come pick up boxes, right? And so we make the products as convenient as possible in the DuePoint system. But your success here at DuePoint is still very much determined by your ability to build this thing called a channel of distribution. Right? And these are what you're going to be building so that we can tell people about our products, and hopefully they become wealth engineers and product owners here at DuePoint. But it all begins with you. Right? So today you're going to become a wealth engineer and a product owner, and now you're tasked with going out and connecting other people. It is as simple as going to speak to people. I know in the world where we don't speak to people anymore, it becomes a little overbearing for some, but it's not too hard. Right? You only have to go out and connect a few people, and if you're able to do that, this asset that you have now been given ownership of DuePoint springs to life. And in this example, we've got 5 people that you've connected to on your first point. Right? And those 5 wealth engineers and product owners are going to go out and do the same thing. This is the power of duplication. Right? The people that become wealth engineers because of your activity, they become wealth engineers typically for the same reason everyone else has become wealth engineers, to empower themselves from a financial perspective. And so you have this duplication that starts to happen in your business. Your asset will grow whether you like it or not. We've got many stories of people that have joined the business and left, and their channels just kept growing and growing and growing. We've got infamous stories. We've got our awards conference next in a few weeks' time. I'm sure Tim, our financial manager here at DuePoint, is going to highlight some people that have left the business, like he does every year, to show you how the power duplication happens whether you're involved or not. We've got an infamous lady that joined us right in the beginning, and she was only involved for about 6 months, and she did so well, but she went somewhere else and she got involved in some other business. Her channel is sitting at about 8,000 people in her business. She's not even aware of it. Not even aware of it. She has no idea. She has no idea, right? And so this takes place because time doesn't stop for anyone, right? And with time, your channel will increase. But if you want to increase it better, if you want a stronger, sustainable channel, bring stronger people on your first point, right? You've got to picture this organization as any organization, right? Always built from the top down. You've always got the CEO at the top. You're the CEO. Who are you going to bring in as your board of directors? You're going to bring anyone in, or you're going to bring strong people in? Bring strong people in. It'll help you build a strong, sustainable business. And this is an asset that's paying you out every single month in the form of recurring income. You're earning income off of every single product owner that you see up on the screen in your qualified channel. All right? So that's what a channel of distribution looks like. Make sure you leverage this power duplication as much as possible. How do you earn here at DuePoint? It's through our what we call our returns program. So we call it a return that you earn at the end of every single month. These are the mechanics of how the returns are calculated. So we pay what we call a base return fee of R27.50 for every product you have in your channel, right? So you think about how big your channel could be. But that payment is based on how close the product is in relation to you, right? So if you think about that organization, this channel of distribution that starts to grow, it starts with the first 5 people that you've introduced in the example. And the first people that you introduce always fall onto what we call your first point. Right? So that's your first point, and there you see point 1. You actually get paid double R27.50 every single month for every product. So you're earning R55 on every product on your first point. Those people go out and connect other people. That's called your second point. And on your second point, again, you earn R55 for every product every month going forward. And then as your channel starts to grow further and further and out, that multiplier drops, and your earnings result in about R1.10 by 0.8 Right, so that's a fairly large channel when you've got 8 points in your business that you're earning on, but we don't limit you at 0.8. You can build your channel way beyond 0.8, and your earnings can go way beyond 0.8, right? There's no limit on the size of your channel. There's no limit on how much money you can earn at DuePoint. We haven't put any limitations on it. So that means the responsibility falls squarely on your shoulders. If you want a bigger channel, put in more effort. And that's the beauty of this business, to understand that when I put in more effort, I get to see the results. How many of us can say that is true for us at work? What happens if everyone decides to work an hour of overtime every single day? Are you suddenly going to get 20% extra at the end of the month? No chance! You might not get retrenched. That'll be your bonus. We won't retrench you. You worked really hard this year, right? That's the state of the economy at the moment. So this is the mechanics of the returns. It's very straightforward. I understand people still want to understand, well, how much money can we earn with a certain amount of effort? What does that look like? So we built this thing called the Path to Success. It is a 5-year plan. Does everyone have a 5-year plan? Yep. Who's lying to me? The wealth engineers have got a 5-year plan, everyone else doesn't, right? So this is a great 5-year plan. If you need to adopt one, you're very welcome to adopt this one. I don't think it's too onerous. What we expect out of you in this example is that if you can connect 2 people every single month, you can expect to earn numbers like this. So in your first month, you want to connect 3 people so that you become qualified in our business to start earning. And then every month thereafter, you only have to connect 2 people onto your first point, right? So if you can do that, if you can follow that activity, after 6 months, you'll be earning about 2,500 Rand a month. See, now today is everyone's lucky presentation because I've hidden 2,500 Rand under everyone's chair this morning. I can see some people are like, should I feel under the chair? There's no money under your chair, right? But imagine there was. Imagine there was 2,500 Rand under your chair. And you were so grateful that you went to this presentation in Bryanston on a Saturday morning. You're 2,500 Rand richer, and you put that 2,500 Rand into your wallet or your purse. Now tell me, how long, realistically, think about it. How long would that 2,500 Rand last? It goes quick, right? It goes quick. Because if you look at money from a spending value point of view, it doesn't have too much value. Right? And this is a lesson that I learned very quickly in this business, is that if we, and I really didn't touch on it earlier, but our business, DuePoint, when we talk about social entrepreneurship, what we're trying to do is we're trying to create wealthy people in this organization. Right? For both of us, I want to become wealthy. I want to see people becoming wealthy at the same time that have helped us build these channels of distribution. That is our main focus. At the end of 10 years or 20 years, if I can't look around and see a whole bunch of wealth engineers that are wealthy, then I failed. We failed this business, right? But I'm glad to report that I've already seen we're building wealth in a very early stage in the business. So it's working. But if you we need to create this paradigm shift. We need to get people to stop thinking about money in the point of view of spending value, right? That's how consumers think. The economy requires consumers, unfortunately. But if you're going to carry on being a consumer, you're never going to become a wealthy individual, right? A wealthy individual doesn't look at money and go, oh, that's going to be spent very quickly. That 2,500 Rand is going to go like that. They think about the 2,500 Rand and they go, how can I make that into more money? And that's how we need to start thinking. One of the first things that you can do is start paying your debt off faster. When we talk about creating wealthy individuals in this business, what we mean is we want to get individuals that become debt-free and then become wealthy. If you become debt-free, you're probably one of the wealthiest people in the country, right? Because the entire country is indebted. And so if you start paying off your debt just a little bit every month, it has massive consequence, right? So in this example, we've got someone who's got a R1 million bond. Everyone wants to be a property owner, right? Stop renting, buy property. You always hear that. Renting is no good. And then you'll hear a couple of people saying, no, renting is good. If the economy is a little unstable, don't listen to them. You want to own assets, right? Own property. Who would like to pay their property in half the time? I'd love to say pay the property in cash, but no one's got R1 million in cash in the bank, right? So at least pay the property off faster. Here in this example, a R1 million bond, which is going to typically cost someone about 11,500 Rand a month for 20 years. Before the bank sends you your deed to the property, right? But you join DuePoint, and 6 months later, you're earning this little 2,500 rand that you can spend so quickly. But you listen to Rob and you decide you're going to put the money into your bond instead of spending it. The result of that, the net effect of that, is that you'll take not 20 years to pay off your bond, you'll take about 11 and a half years. Right? So nearly half the time, with just 20% extra being put into your bond, you reduce your bond by 50%. Right? That's the problem with compound interest. It's either working against you or for you. We want to get everyone onto the good side of compound interest. That example saves you 900,000 rand in interest. That's R1 million in savings with that little 2,500 rand, if we just start thinking about money differently. Right? At month 12, you're earning about 9,000 rand a month. That's in excess of 100,000 rand a year that you've created for yourself. Who would like to give themselves 100,000 rand bonus? It's there. It's 12 months away. You need to decide today what December you want to have at the end of this year. It starts today. It doesn't start in November. It starts today, right? You've got an entire year. You've got 12 months to change your December in 2019. How many people can say they're doing it this year? They're all waiting for their 3% increase, right, in March, April. It's not going to happen for majority of them. At month 24, so 2 years from today, you could be earning close to about 30,000 rand. 36 months, you get to about 50,000 rand. Why does this number just increase and increase and increase? Because we don't pay you for activity. We pay you for the asset that you're building at DuePoint. And you can create a greater asset and a greater asset every single day. Your channel of distribution can increase. And that's why your income goes up, right? Your activity doesn't have to go up every month. Your activity can stay the same, yet you can give yourself an increase every single month. That confounds us because at work it doesn't work that way, right? At month 60, nearly forgot how many months we're in, 5 years. But the end of our 5-year plan, you'll be close to about 85,000 rand. That's about R1 million in annual recurring income. Imagine giving yourself an extra R1 million a year. Oh, I'd love to just be a fly on the wall when you tell the people at your office that you're earning R1 million a year on your side job. When would you resign from your day job? At what point? 70,000 a month, 100,000 a month? What does it look like, right? How many of us are given liberty to tell our bosses what we really think about them? We can't, not in this economy, right? We can't. We've got to hold on to our jobs, right? So this business is about liberty. It's about liberty. It's not only about financial freedom. It's about freedom. Not just financial freedom, freedom. To make choices that you want to do, to pursue things that you want to pursue, but you have to start working on your wealth first. So this is a 5-year plan. Anyone can adopt it. You only have to connect 2 people every single month onto your first point to achieve these numbers, right? We've got thousands of people that join this business every single month, right? So I talk about our track record here at DuePoint. We've got a track record. You can go onto our YouTube website, YouTube channel, and go look at all the testimony videos that we have up on YouTube. There are hundreds of people that we've showcased that are making this business work for themselves and having impact on their lives, on their families' lives. And like I said, it's available for everybody. You're at liberty to decide what you want out of this business. I want you to make that decision. Don't look at the other people. I know it's nice to look at the other people's numbers, but I want you to close your eyes and say, what do I want? What do I need? Because that is what has to motivate you when you wake up in the morning and you think about DuePoint instead of your day job. Right? It has to motivate you. You have to have the big reason. Some people might only need an extra 1,500 rand a month. Some people aspire to earning 250,000 rand a month. Decide what you want out of this business. Right? Do not look at other people. My warning to everyone, this is my disclaimer slide, a quick disclaimer. I'm hoping that 2019 is going to be a year of action. Unfortunately, in this business, you're going to come across many people that tell you what they want, and not many that follow through with action. My hope is that a lot more people this year in 2019 will follow through with action so that they can reach their dreams, they can reach their goals. I don't want anyone to get to the end of their life and go, I should have tried a little more. I should have tried a little harder. I resent the life I had for whatever reason. And you blame everyone else, right? Never ourselves. Don't look at anyone else to change your circumstance. Look at the person in the mirror. That is the only person that's going to change your circumstance. I've even noticed that your own family will tell you, you dreaming. That's not going to work. Oh, you think you're going to change your life in 2019? Keep smelling the roses. Your own family will tell you that. I'm telling you now. Take it as a warning. They will tell you. They don't mean any harm. They're just affected by the circumstance too. Right? You have to go beyond that. And so our disclaimer is, don't expect this business to do stuff for you only on a hope. Never works. Never works. It requires hard work. Right? Not too much work, but hard work. You've got to have tenacity, a bit of a thick skin. Especially when your husband or wife or your parents or your sister and brother say, what are you doing? You're dreaming, right? You've got to have a tough skin and say, we'll talk in December when they're asking you for a loan to buy presents for the kids. Right? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't you like to stick it to the family? Some of the family members, right? You've always got one or two family members. Stick it to them. A lot of family members, some of us. On top of the returns that we pay our wealth engineers at the end of every single month, we've got a rewards program too. So the rewards program is built of all these ranks, and these ranks are like milestones that reward you on the activity and the size of the channel that you build here at DuePoint, right? So there's all these wonderful rewards waiting for you along the way. They come in the form of different tools that we give our wealth engineers in the early stages, just to help you connect people a little more successfully. Fancy little USB sticks at rank 5 that plug into almost any device. There's all our video collateral on there, so you can share DuePoint with people very easily. At rank 7, we spend an absolute fortune on business cards. This number's going up every single year. It started at 12.5, now it's at 17,000. This is what it costs us to get these business cards manufactured. I come from a background of advertising and branding and design. I understand the power of branding and first impressions, right? Every business understands the power of that. That's why we have marketing and branding and advertising. And you have to adopt that same attitude. You've got to realize that a good first impression will serve you in this business, right? And so at rank 7, we give you these business cards that cost 17,000 Rand. They are thick, like a slice of bread, and gilded in gold on the edges. You can go see. They're in the cabinet, in the merchandise cabinet in front of our foyer there. Go look at them. If you put a 17,000 Rand business card down on a table in a meeting, I promise you your credibility shoots up, because no one has got cards that even cost a tenth of what you got, right? It's all about first impressions. At rank 9, this is something a lot of our wealth engineers aspire to, because it's a wonderful milestone to achieve. You will have 1,000 products in your qualified channel when you get to this point, so you'll be earning at least about 20,000 Rand upwards at this point. And we take our rank 9s and their families to our rank 9 international conference every single year. And it is for your entire family. Business class trips there and back. It's 7 days away. It's an all expenses paid trip, and it's a 5-star luxury resort. When I say luxury, you probably don't really know what I mean when I say luxury, right? You've got to go look at the resort. I'm going to show you the resorts that we've been to, and give you a little bit of a shock. You go look at how much it costs to go stay at those resorts in December, and then you'll realize the level at which we do this. Why do we do this? Because we want to give you and your family a taste of what you're trying to achieve. You will literally be living like a millionaire for a week. You're on the road to becoming a millionaire in this business, right? That's what I'm trying to achieve. Don't come to me and say, oh, I just want to be mediocre. I'm saying, that's fine, you can be mediocre, but for me, my aspiration is to make millionaires out of this business. We are 3 years in, and we are on that path. Come with us. Yeah. Join us. Who wants to be a millionaire? Right? Why not? Why not? So take a look at what rank 9 looks like, and imagine yourself there with your family. Every year we want more people. You just have to put your hand up and say, yes, I want to come, and then follow it through with 1,000 people in your channel. But as I said, available for everybody. You can take 6 months to get there. We had one individual that got to rank 9 in 5 months. Some take a year. Some people have taken 2 years. You can take 10 years to get to rank 9. Right? It's up to you. It is up to you. As long as you're building your channel a little bit bigger every single month, you'll get there. Guaranteed. 2 ranks later, we spend R250,000 buying our Wealth Engineer a brand new car. We pay for that car cash. It is put into your name. The car is yours. It is yours. No T's and C's, no hoops to jump through. You've earned a car without a debit order at the end of the month. Right? That's the car we want to be driving, is the one without a debit order and insurance. So we are at rank 11. Our rewards program goes up to rank 28. We've got people that have achieved rank 11 in 2 years. Do you believe me if I say to you, this is just the beginning? This is just the beginning at DuePoint. 2-3 years in, you can achieve this. So what awaits you in 20 years if you persist in a business like this? This business is about endurance. I often compare it to Comrades Marathon. Fit this business into your life, make it part of your life, because we are going long and far. Don't worry, their water stops every 2 kilometers.
Is there AMG somewhere?
Somewhere. There is. There is. We were talking about it the other day. We have got big plans for people in this business. Do not limit yourself by your beliefs. I want to open your beliefs up. Imagine more for yourself, right? Because it's achievable. On to our products. So our business is certainly built on products. It goes without saying. Often people begrudge insurance products. I don't know why. If you look at any developing economy that's doing well, insurance becomes the backbone of that economy. Right? You can't have businesses or individuals losing their wealth in an instant out of a single event, and that's why insurance is there. You go speak to anyone who's had an insurance claim, I think they're glad they had insurance, right? That goes without saying. Our products are not arbitrary products. They form necessity in one's life, because if we're a business that speaks about wealth, how can we be a business that doesn't protect your wealth or your asset value? Right, for your sake or your family's sake. So consider our products. We've got 4 products here at DuePoint. They all have wealth in mind. They are all financial in nature. I'm going to go through them. There's more information on our website. So our first product is Access Wealth. It is going to cost you R324 a month, of which R100 gets invested into a tax-free investment fund that resides with Sanlam. We take full advantage of tax-free legislation that exists for South Africans here, and so it becomes a tax-free investment that you get to create for yourself, and it is fully accessible. There's no notice period, so you can withdraw your funds at any time, but Brendan will say to you, this is not a transaction account. It's an investment account. Leave it alone. Leave the investment alone if you want to build wealth out of the investment. But you've got full access to it. We also give you R120,000 worth of personal accident death cover, right? Again, to protect your asset value. So if you're killed in any form of accident, even if it be in a hijacking and your blood sugar's through the roof, and we only find out later, we still pay out the R120,000. No questions asked. So that is the first product, Access Wealth. The second product is Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is strictly insurance, so it's R249 every month. It is R1 million worth of personal accident death cover. The beauty of all our products is that they are all accessible to everybody. We don't discriminate against age, and we don't discriminate against your health status. Right, that's why I say your blood sugar can be through the roof. We don't care. We pay out everyone, and anyone can join this business through any of our products, and the price remains the same regardless of your age and your health status, right? You've got to be over the age of 18 for Wealth Guard. Family Wealth is our funeral cover product that covers the whole family. It starts at R299 a month. It gives you R20,000 worth of funeral cover. It covers up to an additional 5 family members. And the principal member also gets R10,000 worth of debt protection. So not only are you getting the insurance aspect of it, you also get the liability protection. So if you owe anyone money upon your death, we will help you pay out that liability up to the value of R10,000 through this product. You can increase your cover to R30,000 as well as up to 10 family members. So again, this product is wonderfully accessible. You need to be between the ages of 18 and 70 to get in on Family Wealth, but the product then becomes whole of life. So when you advanced through your 70s, we don't cancel your insurance. A lot of life insurance products aren't whole of life. They cancel your life insurance for you because they say, oh no, you're definitely going to die soon. You're getting really old. Right? We don't do that here at DuePoint, so this becomes a whole of life product, but you have to get in before the age of 70. So wonderful product for the family. And then we've got Wealth Points, which is not actually a financial product, but it is financially natured. It is a services and discount product. It is 299 Rand a month, and what this product aims to do is reduce your cost of living every single month. So you think about all the money you spend every single month, right? Our cost of living expenses. We've gone to a number of partners that we've negotiated discounts with to try get them to help you save some money with whichever partners that you might engage with. So we've gone through the whole plethora of things. We've got data partners. Instead of spending 100 Rand for a gig of data, they'll give it to us for 36 Rand. To our Wealth Points members. ShopRite Checkers agreed to give us 2% off your entire trolley as much as you want to shop at ShopRite Checkers. We've got a host of other online retailers. You've got Takealot, we've got Hershey's, Yuppie Chef, all of those. We've got a couple of car manufacturers, right? So there's massive value if you get a good discount on a car. I mean, you've saved your entire year's premium there. I was fortunate enough to get a Eagle Ford Ranger. And they gave me the same price. I went and checked. I went and looked. I've been looking at a Ford Ranger for a long time. And I went and looked at the price I got quoted 4 years ago. And they gave me the same price last year in November that they quoted me 4 years ago, right? And that's through this program. So wonderful benefit if you engage in these partners. And we are always adding partners. We've got our training dev seminar, not next Saturday, the last Saturday of the month. We're going to be announcing the new Wealth Points partner. So we've got another telecoms partner coming on board for the benefit of our Wealth Points members. So wonderful product there. Don't clap yet. Come next Saturday and find out what it's all about. But as I said, there's more information on our website. There are in-depth reviews on each of our products on our website. So take a look at those. And if you weren't excited enough, if becoming a millionaire in 5 years wasn't enough, if going on a luxury millionaire's holiday every single year, if having a car wasn't enough for you. I know we've got some achievers in the audience. There's always one or two achievers, right? The people that are never happy with what everyone else does, they want to do better. Right? So I've got something for all of you. It's called the 365 Challenge. We launched it on the 1st of January. It is for anyone that joins DuePoint, and for the next 365 days, so your first 365 days as a brand new wealth engineer, you get to engage in this challenge. If you can connect 365 people in 365 days, right? One person a day, right? You don't have to do it one person a day. You could do 7 a week, or in the last month you could do 365. As long as at the end of the period you've got 365, go look at the T's and C's. We will give you an extra, on top of all the returns and the rewards that you earn in that 12-month period, we'll give you an extra 365,000 Rand in cash. If you don't want to take 5 years to become a millionaire, you can do it in 12 months. It is available. It's on the table in front of you. You only need to stand up and come get it off the table and say, I will have some of that. There are no losers in this 365 challenge. Because even if you did half, let's say by the end of the year, you cry, I didn't get the 365, I only did 180. If you put 180 people in 12 months onto your first point, your life will look different. Big time, right? Because you'll probably have grown your channel faster than anyone at DuePoint to date, just by doing that. So there's massive value. There's no losers in this challenge, but you have to be up to it. And remember, every single day is an opportunity to do that. On top of that, so if you're still not happy, we have a January incentive for you, right? Who's suffering this month? Who's suffering this month? Yes, because you were consumers, right? Started on Black Friday. Started on Black Friday. It only ended on the 31st of December. And now we're all crying. And the employer does you a disservice by paying your January salary so early. Right? You're thinking, yeah, I still got quite a lot of money in the account. Then you realize, oh, I'm not getting a salary at the end of December, right? You can change January for yourself. If you go out and connect only 30 people in the month of January, we will give you an extra, on top of your return, an extra 15,000 Rand in cash this month. So that's available for everybody, and you've got still plenty month left to do that. So be aware of those incentives. There's more details on our website. So what is the decision we need to make? I realized yesterday, I often read books on humanities. Why do people think the way they think? I think I should have studied a bit of clinical psychology. It would have put me in good stead in this business, because I often think, what is going on in your head? Right? After the presentation, I promise you, I think a handful of people are going to come to me and say, I'm going to get that 365. And next month I don't see them again ever. So I'm always interested, what is going on in your head, right? And what I realize is that anyone that joins this business is already wealthy. Because what I've realized is that you cannot convince someone to see opportunity. You can't. I've often said the wealth engineers will come crying to me and say, oh, people don't see the vision. I said, stop trying to convince them. Your job is not to convince or change a person's mindset. Your job is to go out there and find the people that have the mindset already. And what I've realized is that people that join this business already have a wealthy mindset. They do, right? And so the decision is, are you one of those people? The past might not have looked like it, but I'm hoping that this business will enlighten you and give you opportunity to fill those shoes that you want to fill, to become that wealthy person, to show everyone this is what my life was supposed to be like, right? I think that's a decision. It's a simple decision. To touch a little bit about our business, as I said at the beginning of the presentation, we're a division of a company called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Constantia is a registered insurance company in South Africa. We have been around for 70 years. We are listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange under a business called Conduit Capital. You can go look at all our financial licenses on the wall outside in the foyer. You can find them on our website. You are dealing with an extremely credible business in South Africa, right? One that's regulated and audited constantly. We had the regulator in our offices snooping through our files and everything through our offices in November last year. So you can know that you're dealing with a good business, one that you can feel proud to be partnered with going forward. So you're very welcome to go do some of your own snooping around online, but that's just a little bit of information on our website, or on our business, sorry. The FSP number that we operate under is that one that you see over there. A reminder to our rank 4s and above and their guests, there are a few weeks left until our Converge Awards evening, which is on the 9th of February, on Saturday. We're going to be having it at Melrose Arch at the venue there. Going to be a very exciting evening. Always great because we get to recognize the people that have put massive effort into this business in the last year, and to celebrate life-changing events in their life. So that's happening. My reminder to everyone is make sure that you secure your tickets. Right? So you've got to make sure you get your tickets at head office. So let that be a reminder. And with that, my friends, I hope that 2019 is a prosperous year for everybody. Right? Stop looking. Stop looking at everyone else to change your circumstances. That's what often people do. Oh, no, the economy is going to change. Oh, no, my business is going to change. I think I'm going to get that promotion. I'm definitely going to get that bonus. I'm definitely going to get that annual 3% raise because I was working overtime every day. Stop looking elsewhere. Do it for yourself. It is more empowering and liberating to do it yourself. Right? This is the ability to now start your own business with all the responsibility that goes with it. So if you have any questions, go speak to the person that brought you here today or introduced you to the business. I'll be around. We will be starting in about, let's say, 10 past. 10 past 11, we're going to start a launch workshop. So if you're brand new, if you've never been to a launch workshop as a wealth engineer, come sit in the launch workshop. It's 30 minutes. We go through really everything that you need to worry about getting started in this business. So it's like a quick start kind of guide into the business. We'll start that at 10 past 11. Thank you. Good luck.